we now come to item number 10, which is the local government elections 2022. And this relates to whether the names on the voting documents should be selected at random or they should be selected alphabetically, noting that in every election since 2010, it has been alphabetical, and that the local boards, I think, all but one, I think, have supported an alphabetical listing. But look, I'll move this. Looking for somebody to second the motion.
Happy to second.
Thank you, Councillor Walker. So it's moved and seconded, and now I'll invite Warwick McNaughton, our principal advisor in this area, to comment on the paper. Warwick.
Tēnā koutou, Your Worship and members. The local electoral regulations provide for a local authority to decide the order of names on voting documents by resolution. If there's no resolution, then the default order is alphabetic. This is the 5th election of Auckland Council members. For every previous election, the order has been alphabetical. There is some overseas evidence of first name bias, where the name at the top of the list receives more votes than it would if the order was random. The evidence from overseas is based on booth voting. We have conducted our own research on whether such bias is evident in our own elections, which use postal voting and not booth voting. We first did this prior to the 2013 elections and have continued to do this as the number of elections grows. The analysis is conducted by our REMU, Research and Evaluation Unit. It studies whether the name order attracts more votes than expected, and it also studies whether this affects the election outcome. The analysis is in the appendix, but briefly the evidence shows a small effect on the number of votes the first name candidate for local board elections receives of about 1%. There is no major effect for ward elections, and mayoral elections are not included. There is no impact on the election outcome. The overall conclusion is there is no compelling evidence to change to random order. So our starting point is that given that we want to keep the voting experience as simple as possible for the voter, and given that the evidence does not demonstrate a compelling case for random order of names, we're recommending that the order continue to be alphabetical. And as His Worship has mentioned, apart from the Waitemata local board, all other local boards support alphabetic order. Now, I should just mention that there are two types of random ordering. One is known as pseudo-random, where there is a random order established, but it's the same random order on every voting document. And the other type is random or true random, where each voting document has a different random order. Ting Huang from the REMU Research and Evaluation Unit is online if there are any questions relating to the methodology. Thank you, Your Worship.
Thank you very much, Warwick. So I haven't received any indication of questions from anyone, but I'll just pause for a moment. I think we've made Council's made this decision on previous occasions, and yeah, I think the arguments that Warwick has brought forward have been quite persuasive. If there are no questions, are there any comments? If there are no comments, I will put the motion. All those in favour, please say aye.
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 Aye. 3 no.
Aye. Sorry, slow there.
Okay. The ayes have it. I don't think there'll be many other issues relating to the election that will be as uncontroversial.